Dun, 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 dun. We are live! And our guests tonight are Michael and Karshina, the team that brings us Skits, the Sun.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on, man? We are here. We are live, man. This is just awesome, man. Just coming to you. We want to bring this excitement. We want to show you these books. We want to just make it as best we can, and let's roll into it, man. This is just awesome.
We got the holler in the background. We're awesome.
So for anybody who doesn't know who you guys are, who's listening right now, because we're on Facebook and we're on YouTube, and I got a cat butt in my face. I hate that.
Oh, hey, Mike.
What? You're not a fan of the Asterix?
But why don't you guys give us a little bit of a background of who you guys are and how you got started in making comics?
Yeah, we're a husband and wife team. So I'm Karshina.
I'm Michael.
We're the Skits team. So ta-da! There you go. Michael is creator and illustrator, and I'm the editor and co-writer for Skits.
That's right. So Skits is a book about a guy who can't tell the difference between his dreams and reality. Now, how this came about is 20 years ago, I was working in this TV station where I was working the midnight shift, midnight to 8 a.m., and it was just killing me. My days and nights just started melding together. It was crazy. And what ended up happening is I started having these sequential dreams, and these sequential dreams just started happening day and day and day, and I started documenting them, writing them down, drawing about them, and eventually, 20 years later, this has led to Skits, the book that we're working on right now.
Skits the Sun, book 1, which is 1 out of 6 complete.
That's
or
right.
Will there be complete? Dun, dun, dun.
Six incomplete books. 6 incomplete books. So okay, so you gave us the gist of what Skits is. So and basically where you came up with the idea. So why don't you tell us about the creation process? Like obviously you guys have been working on this a while, so why don't you go into a little bit of that?
Well, basically, like I said, I've been writing this down for a long time, dealing with it, manipulating it, just creating it in sketchbooks and stuff like that. But now that we're actually working on it, we got a script. We put the script together for the first book, and we got it all written down for the next 5 books after that, for the 6 in total. And the way I do it, it's actually quite easy. I go into the computer, I take the script, and I thumbnail everything out. I do my roughs, I get it all going, and then from there, I project the computer work out onto a piece of paper, 11 by 17 comic art. And then I draw it all out. I do some inking, I drawing, some painting, whatever we want to do on there to make the book exactly how we want it. And then I bring it back into the computer and I start doing all the colors. And the colors are either completely digital, or I'm doing a tiny bit of photo bashing, or I'm scanning in my own abstract paintings and using those as colors and shapes and forms to actually add a lot of natural raw feel to the coloring process. And then from there, it just gets lettered and sent out.
Or it's just awesome.
So it's not finger painting, then, is what you're saying. Did you? Am I muted?
Correct.
Exactly.
No crayons, none of that. Although crayon color you can smear, maybe.
No.
It doesn't look anything like low budget. Although it does look a little like watercolor in some places. I noticed it reminded me of watercolor paintings.
It reminds me a lot of what we see in concept arting for movies and video games. The style that he has. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Well. See, here's the thing. We're gonna have 3 different styles of art in this book. We're gonna have that concept style, like you're talking about. And then we're going to have a drawing and colored process. And then we're going to have an inked and spot color process all in the same book, a la, Dave McKean, Kent Williams, John J. Muth out of the 80s and 90s. So it's going to be really, really interesting. You know, I really wanted to bring that high art feel into these books.
Which segue to, we got Kent Williams to work on the variant cover for Skits. And
That's
if you
right.
don't know, Skits it's 3 books. It's all one title. Skits the Sum Book 1. Let's get this correct. One title, but it's 3 books, 3 variant covers, 3 variant storylines for one big adventure for Skits. So basically, you've got Michael's cover, which is variant cover in story A, the Kent Williams awesome cover, variant cover in story B, and then we have the other awesome artist, Patrick Reynolds. He is doing variant cover in story C.
That's right.
So you're going to have to explain this whole variant story thing, because a lot of people
Sure.
are like, what the hell does that mean?
Yeah, well, you know, variant covers is really easy, right? Everyone
Right.
does it. They just throw a different cover on the book and print the same book and send it out the door. Well, what we're doing is we're adding extra pages and extra panels to each book that changes up and gives a little bit of different parts of the story in each book. So we got 45 panels that are different and 12 pages that are different spread across those 3 books in order to create different parts of a story and different parts of this. So this is exactly, you know, just trying something different, just trying to give people a little bit extra for their money instead of going out there and just buying a book with an extra cover. Now you're getting actually a variant in different parts of a story that can be all read together, or you can read each book by itself.
Exactly.
So the books have like mostly the same story, but a little bit of change up in them.
Exactly.
It's simple as that. It's like if you went to the store and bought one package of balloons, but there's 3 different balloons that you pull out, which are 3 different colors, but they all came from one package. It's still a package of balloons, and whether you blow it up, whether you use the pump, or whether you do it by your mouth, that's 3 different ways of blowing up a balloon, which came out of one package, which are 3 different colors. It's very simple.
Yep.
It's very
But
confusingly
each balloon
simple.
goes on a journey. Yes,
Wait.
but each balloon goes on a journey, right?
So
So there
then,
you go.
then if they're going on journeys, then you know that like the balloon each has its own story. Like I'm getting like this vision of like this little like balloon on a string and like following a little kid around now. So
Yeah.
Well, your page 12 may be different from my page 12 because of the different panels and the different pages spread across, which makes it interesting.
Yeah, and also when it comes to the different panels, if anyone out there has seen The Ninth Gate with Johnny Depp, they did this in there where he was actually a book dealer of some sort, and he went around. He was paid to go around and find these 3 different copies of this one book. And once he compared those books, he realized that different pages had different pictures drawn by different people. There was just some interesting stuff in there where the books by themselves were fine, but when you put all 3 of them together, it was like, oh my gosh, there's extra stories, there's turns.
It's still the book of the
yeah.
devil. It's a great horror film. So I think we talked about that
Oh yeah.
on one of our horror nights. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
similar or inspired by that, where you're going on this quest to find these different pages, but it's still all of one book, you know, one story. The overarching story is one.
Yep.
Okay. That's cool. So what can you tell us about the story? Obviously we know that it's like a dream, you know, trip out, like, you know, kind of thing. Like, I mean, it, you know, people are going to accuse you guys taking hallucinogenics when you create this book, I'm sure.
Where everybody has already said, "Oh, this is the acid trip I was waiting for."
Hey,
So-
well, here's the deal, man. Neither one of us has ever done drugs, drinking, or smoking, or anything. So this is all just fun, man. This is just awesome fun. And anyone who's read, you know, like a children's book like Winnie the Pooh or something like that, man, they go on crazy adventures all the time. It's the same thing, but just for, you know, a little more adult. That's all.
Which brings us actually a good segue. I'm glad he said that, is because the book is for everyone. It's not like for mature audiences only, or for just this particular audience, or the ones who are actually on the trip. It can be read by kids of a certain age that can understand like their dreams. Like he mentioned, Winnie the Pooh, that's read after every generation, but it's mainly they deal with stories that a lot of grown-ups understand, a lot of kids don't at the time, but it's still read to this day by grown-ups and kids alike. So, and there's a tale.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, it sure is. It's Dorian Gray. He likes to give cat butt. He's doing a stare down at me right now.
So yeah, so it can be again. Yeah, exactly.
That's right. Just saying, hey.
So it can be read by everyone and anyone.
Well, that's cool.
Yep.
So, so this is, how do you spell legendary? Obviously, you won't have to ask that if it's already written.
Well, you see the photo, and the photo is of Kent Williams here, and that's his cover. He did the cover with Skits and Hattie Mae.
Yep.
The team up consists of Skits, consists of MC. This is all on Michael Sigenthaler's cover A for the team up, and then Josephine, and you got Psalm. So they are the team up of the team ups.
Yeah, but these we decided, because these two characters become kind of special friends, we would have them on the cover of this one right here. This, just kind of foreshadowing some stuff in the book right there.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And then, did Patrick Reynolds here?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Patrick Reynolds, man, he's awesome. Just from working with him, we found out that we went to the same school together. We both went to Savannah College of Art and Design. And that was really cool. But I've been following him for about 8 years and buying his work and whatnot. And it was just great to be able to get him on here. And he did a really nice piece of Skits in a mask, just like you've been seeing in our videos and stuff like that. And it's got it's got Mr. Chair, it's got Boot, and it's got the ship all floating around them. Real nice, surrealist, just interesting little piece there.
And if people recall, on our Skits channel on YouTube as well, we did a little mini movie called Skits Meets Mr. Chair, and those are actual characters. So a chair is a character, and so is a boot. About a boot. Those are actual characters in the story.
We got Mogwai Centurion in the chat, and Edward Marlin, and then Testify HD is needing a nap apparently.
I just fell on his ass.
Oh.
That's the icon, right?
That's there he is. Yeah, and there's the team up cover right there. So you're seeing Skits, and you're also seeing the rest of the team. And then you see curly hair popping up.
Yes, that is my lovely wife.
With a big Thanos shirt, because, everyone wants to rule the world, right?
Everybody wants to rule the world. Yeah. Very 80s.
To rule the world.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. You get it.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that song's in my head, thanks. Totally locked in there.
You're welcome. I can Rick roll you if you want, but we'll stay there.
Oh man, that Rick rolling is hilarious. That's still that a video will get pulled from YouTube if you Rick roll somebody now.
Really?
What?
Yeah. Well, we got a good delay going on, because like when I say something, you guys wait a few seconds to answer.
How many pages is there each?
We
issue?
do, but that's just being polite.
Each book is 60 plus pages as they sit right now.
60 plus pages. So that's gonna be.
And we just announced our new stretch goals.
Where are those at? Are they on here?
Nobody gives me the max feeling.
They are on there. They should be, I believe, in the update.
Oh, in the update.
Oh, thanks, Sam, man. I love the Max, man. I'm a huge fan of Sam Keith's Max.
If you go up, there's that one update. Oh, something has already been unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
Higher quality internal paper for the comic. Cha-ching.
Mm-hmm.
So when
right.
is I got a question.
Yeah,
So the delivery date here says April 2021. So how much of the book is done at this point?
1/3 of the book is already done. When we started the campaign, 1/3 of the book was already done, and I'm currently working on more right now.
Exactly. Skits does, or he's continued to do a little mini series we're experimenting with. We haven't really named it, but it's kind of like Skits in the AM, and he's been sharing some more information with Skits and showing the panels and the pages that he's working on.
I'm basically just showing the drawing process in the morning. Just give people updates, let people know that what I'm doing, and if they want to ask questions about the story that I'm actually, the page that I'm on and stuff like that, and I answer those questions. So if anyone wants to, just stop on by in the mornings when I have them shows, and you'll have some fun. No, if you're interested in that sort of thing.
If you're interested in that sort of thing.
Just in case.
Just in case, just in case. So you guys, have you guys been having fun with the promotion? Because usually that's like the hardest part of the job. So.
It's been I come from a background of if anyone doesn't know, I've been out in the entertainment industry, so promotion is key for any movie or any art or anything that you're working with, and as well as with any other companies, high profile companies. You do promotion, like they call it press junket, where you're going on and going on and going on, talking about the same thing over and over. But usually with some of the questions, you try to find something unique and different. So when we started with the campaign, we didn't have the stretch goals yet, so now that's something new and different that we added. The skits in the AM is something new that we've added, so now that brings even more people into the fold, as well as just going over certain things, just to explain it just a little bit more so people can get really excited with it. So
yeah, this is all new for me, man. I'm not used to this sort of stuff, so I'm doing the best I can. I'm getting out there, and I'm just flying by the seat of my pants.
You're my red carpet husband, because pose, 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 and then you're just sitting there like, hey, I'm with her. Yeah.
So is this your first comic book?
No, actually, I worked on some skit stuff, which has more to do with slice of life type things. I did 3 of those books about 11, 12 years ago. Mm-hmm. And then I also worked on a few other independent books that may be floating around out there. I'm not going to mention them because the work ain't that, but
the work was good.
It's out there somewhere. So I'm guessing this is probably about the 6th book I've worked on. So there you go.
But one at this full capacity, yes. This is our first book together at this full capacity, doing campaigns and Indiegogo.
Yeah, before I just did them, there was no Indiegogo, there was no Kickstarter, Twitter had just started. There wasn't really a place to get this stuff out. You basically had to post stuff in message boards and on different comic book websites. And I made the books. I may have sold like 10 of each of them or something like that. They're floating around out there. So
I've got at least 4.
Yeah, actually, here we go. Look there.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Let me solo that. Let's see here. So what's that? What's that called?
That is the very first skits book I ever did about 11, 12 years ago. So if you can find it, it's skits, but more slice of life. What I'm dealing with this book right here is all the dream stuff. That right there was like me as a person trying to
break free,
deal with the dreams and working and stuff like that. It was straight slice of life, like pretty boring stuff.
No, it was very interesting. You had an interesting life. It's boring. You met me?
Yeah, this is way before you.
So okay, this is unrelated, but how did you guys meet? People are gonna wonder now. So
go ahead.
We met in LA actually, and I said, "Oh, you draw comic books, eh?" So I've always been for the artsy guy, or like people are like in the industry. I know people go, "No, go for the regular person." I'm like, well, he is regular, but he just actually has a really good talent. I really appreciate that. But no, we met, and I was working at Disney at the time in Burbank, and I was like, "Oh, well, let let me see if I can call some friends and see if we get that comic book out there for you. And we did. And like you said, we sold like maybe 10, 15 of them.
We sold them in the local comic shops in and around LA. That's where they were sold into. So.
But hey, it's not bad for being a first-time person that no one's never heard of. You know, it's
I just wanted to do it, so I did it. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Okay, so who are these characters we have up right now?
So going from left to right, you got MC. That's the big guy. He does really big guy things, like crazy big guy things. Then you got Skits.
Like when you say big guy things, like does he play basketball? What's he doing as a big guy thing?
Well, let's just say if there's a battle, this guy's taking control of the battle.
He's the heavy. He's the heavy.
He's the one who handles all the heavy work.
Okay, so he's the grunt.
And his size.
Yeah, exactly.
And his size is exactly how you see it. So.
Yep, all those are to scale.
Mm-hmm.
So then next,
and you mean
next
to scale? You mean to scale with each other? I mean, not like because this is like on my screen, he's like maybe 3 inches high.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you trying to promote us as a miniature figure? Are you seeing something in the future? I would love that. Thank you, Drew.
Little mini screens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So next to MC, then you got Skits. He's in a straitjacket. He stands out. You know exactly what he is there. And then next to him is Hattie Mae, which is on cover B. Him and Skits and Hattie Mae. And then next to Hattie Mae is Sam. He's like the leader of the group. And then you got Josephine on the far right.
Mm-hmm. She's the one in the picture that you see with the boots and the stars and all those good, sexy things.
I'm sure he sees that.
Yeah. That's also her right here, right?
That is also her right there.
Yep.
I like how you just literally scroll. Oh, you mean her?
Well, it's right there.
I might have previewed your campaign before the conversation.
Okay, that's awesome.
Sweet.
That's
Sweet.
awesome.
Yeah, but you forgot that he stole that image. That's why you remembered that one.
Nah.
Kind of linger on the image. Is this one from the book, or is this just an example doodle?
Yeah, that's just a character sketch, showing off the characters.
There,
some of those last two pieces.
Is there a tier where I can buy just that image?
Say that again, Sim?
Is there a tier where we can only buy that image?
Is this going to be a pin-up stretch goal?
Okay, Drew will be on it in less than 5 seconds.
Well, we'll see where we end up at. Maybe if enough people ask for it, we'll give it to them. I mean, because that's what this has all been about. A lot of the concept art style stuff, people have just been asking for it. So they're like, okay, well, we'll just integrate it into the book. That's easy enough. That was just concept art to begin with. But since people liked it, it's like, all right, let's roll with it.
All right. So what can you tell us about the story without giving us any spoilers?
So here's how it is. Skit starts out, he gets recaptured, okay? He had been missing for a year from the mental institution, and he gets captured back. And this doctor is actually trying to find out where he's been for the last year. And that starts the story where Skits is trying to convince her that, hey, these are more than just dreams. Mm-hmm. And he tells his story to her. And what it happens is he ends up on this planet, and he has to get across the planet. And I can't tell you why, because that would kind of ruin a bunch of the story and iconography and stuff like that. But he's trying to get across this planet and get to this big city where something's going to happen.
And if you go back to the regular homepage for Skits out of the updates, we actually detailed that. We actually put that in there. So when it says, what's the story? We tell you what the story is.
Yeah, but people want us to tell it to them.
Yeah, of course.
People don't want to read
it. Of course.
Yeah, people don't.
I mean,
if they ask for it, right?
Right, if they ask for it, but it's there because it's a reading rainbow. Yes.
We're all like trying to push books. People don't want to read. It's like.
I know.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Well, ours actually doesn't have a lot of words. Ours is actually, I set a pace with it where it's like 1, 2, 3 words, 1, 2, 3 words, so that you can keep the pages moving real quick. That's something that I really wanted. A lot like manga books where they have a fast pace and you flip through it really quick. That's exactly what I wanted with Skits, where it's like you're just going through the story, a lot of action, a lot of movement.
A lot of action.
And not a lot of thought. There's no thought bubbles. There's no like, oh, when I was back on
Planet X.
Yeah, in the dumpster thinking about my times drinking water. We ain't got
dumpster diving.
We ain't got none of that mess.
We ain't got time for that.
All right. So, what was your favorite part of working on this so far?
Ooh.
I really enjoyed just developing the world, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, as you can tell, I did all those concept art pieces, before the campaign launched. And that's really where I love the stuff that I really love. I like developing the world, developing the characters, all the different places and stuff like that. It's like a rediscovery, because I'm trying to go back to the original dreams and I'm trying to rediscover and recreate those ideas and feelings. So really doing the concept art and getting down the mood of all the different scenes is super important. So for me, that's really what's the most interesting.
For me, it is the script writing. It's taking his dreams, and they are his dreams, so I can't really do too much, but taking them, whittling them down to make sure that they make sense for everyone. But also in that same process, just like literally saying, oh my gosh, this makes sense now. This is like the story. This is the journey. And then like reading it over and over. And even I sometimes get, wait, what? Wait, if I turn this page, oh, Skits is going to be, and so I'm really rooting for him. I'm excited for him. So it's really like that script process of making sure that everything fits. And then when I see the art come to life right next to it, when I see him draw, or if I see him, which is traditional or on the computer, I get so excited. So I'm like, that's the page 12 I was just talking about. It's a really good feeling,
Mm-hmm. What's the most exciting moment that you're waiting for everybody to discover?
The ending.
Dun, dun, dun.
What, there's an end? There's not going to be a to be.
Well,
does your dream?
No.
Do your dreams ever end?
Well, see, there's 5 more books. So the ending, this is a standalone book. You can read it by itself and never read anything else, but it leaves you where you're like, what? So that's really what I like. I like endings like that.
The cliffhangers. The cliffhangers.
Yeah, the bits.
Mm-hmm.
The bits. Now, I really like the color work on this. This is really cool.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Thanks a lot. I wanted, the coloring to be really vibrant and exciting. I know some people dream in black and white, but in my dreams, they're hyper, like color. There's lots of color, really extreme color. It really just hits you in the face. And it doesn't always move within like, oh, here's the environment. It's like, well, sometimes you see things that are not really there, but it just adds to it, and it's just excitement, So that's really something I wanted to portray in the pages.
I had those hypercolor shirts back in the 90s, the one that you would like touch and it would like different size colors, you know what I mean? Or someone would come up and blow on it.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, hypercolor.
Age.
Yeah, I really like the work. Yeah, it kind of makes
Thanks,
me
man.
like,
We appreciate it.
It makes me like there's a lot going on, so I actually have to look at it. You know what I mean? To see, like, I imagine it'd be easier like following the story from the beginning. But like you jump into these panels, you're like, what the hell is going on? Is that Skits there? Is that is that Skits up there? Or are either of those Skits? Neither of them seem to be wearing a straitjacket. You know what I mean? Like and then you got Skits over here on this side, pretty clear. So it's just it's I can tell that this is gonna be one of those ones that you have to like follow along or you'll get lost, which is good because that means it's a good story.
I don't think so. To be perfect.
No.
Well, that's it's true that you have to pay attention, but there's definitely structure to the story. I didn't want to make one of those things where you read it and you're like, what did I just read? It's like there's definitely a structure to the story, but I leave a lot of space for wiggle room because there's a lot of imagery that tells story. And whenever you tell story through imagery, people get to make up their own things in between the words, if that makes sense.
Ah,
It's like they get to imagine the environment being alive a bit more because you get to, your mind's gonna start
Exactly.
reading like the water going down, the waterfall. It's
Exactly. Sam, you get it.
Sim's also an illustrator, whereas I'm a writer, so it's like the illustrations usually come after for me.
But it's you have illustrators and you have storytellers. It's not visual storytellers. It's different. It's like not everybody is like Frazetta, where with one image they tell you a freaking story. Some people just reproduce a very beautiful image, like a picture.
Right.
There you go. There you go. Perfect, Sim.
And in comics, well, it's everything matters in storytelling: the lettering, the paneling, the pacing, what element from one panel directs to the other panel to guide your eye to it. Everything is storytelling, even colors. It's
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
So in this world, where Skits is dream world, is there an actual hero? Is Skits the hero, or is everybody just like, like hero and villain at the same time?
You're asking those hard questions, Drew. You're asking the hard questions.
You can't be asking that question.
Because remember, whose dream are you in? Whose dream are you in? If it's your dream, then of course you're the hero. You can be whatever you want in your dreams, right? So
yeah, in your dreams, you can also be a victim when it's called a nightmare.
exactly, nightmare on all those Elm Streets.
Just to kind of go off of that, though, for some reason, I've never been a victim in my dreams too much, maybe a couple times, but usually I'm the one victimizing other people in my dreams. So I often think I'm actually dreaming in other people's dreams because I'm the one who's chasing all those people that are being chased in their dreams.
You see, he's just not wearing the striped shirt.
Or he's healed from the burns.
Right.
Okay, so you guys don't give me a whole lot to like ask questions of. You guys really keep it nice and secret here. So let's go over your perks.
We keep you guessing.
Yeah, well,
we keep you guessing.
How am I supposed to dig deep if I'm guessing?
But you're supposed to dig deep, and we don't tell you what we don't want you to know. Then you move along to next question. Otherwise, it's telling you the entire story.
Here's the thing, though, man. I have given you way more visuals than most people do on their campaigns, so you should be able to start weaving a little tale just with the images alone.
And actually, you were on the right track with one of your questions, but we just didn't say which one.
All right, well, we have for $85 the Skits 3-book journey. Obviously, that's all 3 books. And what else?
Okay, so right here you get all 3 books with the 3 different covers, with the 3 variant stories wrapped in a Skits band. So a lot of people call them belly bands, but we're calling it a Skits band because, this is Skits and it's crazy. And that band is signed and numbered by me. So this is actually something really, really nice and special. You get the 3 books wrapped, signed, and numbered. And it's like not too many people are doing that because this is something that I've actually taken from the fine art world where you get those $200-$300 books. And what they do is they do that sort of thing. They get a belly band on there. They sign and number it. I mean, it's all fancy, but we're giving it to you right here in the comic books, man. We're bringing down the high society stuff.
Give it to everybody.
Give it to everybody. That's
Everyone's a winner. And also, if you were on the email list, The email list is different because it does give you the 3-book journey. It gives you the signed and numbered skits band, except for this one is hand drawn by Michael himself.
You
so
get
you're
it
getting
with,
a piece of art.
Yeah,
with
so
it.
so if you're on the email list and you haven't found the email, it's probably in your junk, spam, or promotions or something like that. But just go over there and find it. You can use that link anytime during the campaign to buy. We don't put a limit on it at all, but you go out there, you got your discount and your hand-drawn, signed and numbered skits band.
So that sets you
awesome is
apart.
that?
So if your friend got one that wasn't on the email list, they'll get the 3-book journey with the printed skits band, but you will get an actual drawing, hand-drawn from Michael himself that's signed and numbered. So it sets you apart.
Oh, nice. We got Orville Nation. We got PJ in the chat. Hale, what's up, brother? And we still got the same guys from before, if they're still here. It's I'm wondering if it's just one of those days. You know, it's these days. Recently, it's been so hit and miss as far as like YouTube activity. It's kind of frustrating. Oh wow, yeah, okay, yeah. There's everybody in there.
And we had a big storm the other day.
Well, I just looked. Everybody and their brother's live streaming right now. So.
Yep.
Oh, so there you go.
Including
Yep.
Yeah, we got
a whole bunch of people. So all the views are gone. That's okay. You know,
the two brothers.
But but dude, most of the little shows, they get more views after than actually during, because we all have those notification problems. So unless you do streams of like 4 hours. Sometimes people are notified, when you're an hour in.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah,
right
YouTube
now,
has been really weird, but we thank everyone in the chat now. So.
Yeah, Ethan's actually streaming and sucking it all up right now. So pretty much, you got like 1,200 people watching.
That's good.
That's fine.
That's fine. We're here talking. Who cares what's going on over there? Man, this is us, and we're having fun. That's all that matters.
And think about it. We're actually giving more information on your stream than we did on others right now, so they just missed out.
Yeah, you keep asking the hard questions, and we keep giving a little bit to you.
So it was the premiere with Mr. E.
Yeah, they should.
There you go.
They should be watching this show because I do try to dig deep and find out more about the books and try to get, I try to get what like I gather from a comic book before I go and make a purchase on it.
Yeah, he tried real hard with me yesterday too.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Well, like,
absolutely, and you should as the consumer.
Yeah, when you go to a comic book store, you know what I mean? You kind of look at the book. You don't just pick it up and say, look at the back, look at the front, flip through it real fast and buy it. You kind of like look through it, see if you can gather the story, if it's going to be something you're into. Sometimes you read the first page. Sometimes you're like really like, like a spoiler and read the last page. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's the kind of thing that I like about comic books is that you can get a feel with it before you buy them. This whole thing, it's hard to do that because you can't have it in your hands, and a lot of them aren't even finished yet. You know what I mean? When we do this, so that's why I dig deep the way I do. I try to give that experience to like people feel like they know what they're getting, even though they can't touch it yet. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's really interesting that's what you do. I've never done that for a book. All I do is I go into the comic book shop, I open it up. If I like the art, I usually buy it.
So he is the opposite. I do both. If I like because covers can be deceiving. We all know, we've been there. We're like, oh, this cover is amazing. Exactly. And then you open it up and you're like, this does not look anything like the cover, and you put it back.
Yep.
As well as sometimes the cover is crappy, but the story looks interesting, and you're like, hey, let me just flip through a little bit. I can't wait to buy this, and go home to read it to see if it actually is apropos to what I just did. Other times it's because it's like what the basic people do is I know that artist, or, I know that story arc. Yeah, sure, I can just dive right into it. But for this one, that's why we're always making sure people are coming along with us along the journey. So when we talk about skits drawing, or the storyboarding, you're coming along with us. So when you do get the book, you can recall that page 2, or you can recall what Michael said about the last part, and before anybody else. So
Yeah.
It's
The,
fun.
the key parts for me is the first 3 pages of a book are always the key for me to feel how it's entering. The absolute middle, I like to open up to the middle and see, how they're working the story in the middle, and then
Mhm.
depending on how the art looks on the front and back, sometimes I'll open up the back to see if they're doing a how they're wrapping it up. If they're putting everything
Right.
on the last page, or if they're giving a tease. You know what I mean? And to me, it's like that's the way to like gauge. I mean, without reading the whole book, to gauge the quality of the writing. You know what I mean? So it
Hmm.
because I don't, I mean, because I as a writer, you know what I mean, it's like I could spend a whole lot of money on pretty books, or I could actually spend money on books that I'm actually going to be
Right.
proud to own, you know what I mean, that I actually want to read, so that's kind of why I haven't bought a Batman book since
Yep.
Exactly.
I don't know, like
Exactly.
how long, because it's the writing's been shit for so long. It's just for so long.
Right.
I mean, I can't even, like, seriously, like, I mean, the Dark Knight series was awesome. I mean, with
You're over it.
yeah, it's like,
Well, well, here's the deal. Like in the first yesterday's stream that we did in the morning when I was doing the roughs, I was actually doing pages 1, 2, and 3, and I was talking about the story and how I was laying it out and everything. So you might want to go check that out.
okay, everybody get that? Go back and check out the video. That's on the Skits Comics channel, right? The Skits Comic channel.
Yep,
Correct.
yep.
Yep. Right out there on YouTube. Yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
There we go. And finally, we have a late arrival.
What's up, Brian?
What up? What up?
We were just closing.
Hey,
So-
hey.
We're just closing. Hey. Well, I showed up in time for you to slam the door in my face, but right before it closed, I got to say, "Hey, what's up? Congrats on the amazing launch of the book.
I'm just
You're doing great, man."
We weren't closing. We're just blowing. We're just blowing
Thank
shit
you,
like
thank
always.
you.
Yeah. We were showing the new stretch goals that we just announced today and sent out as well. So there's some really amazing stretch goals that are totally different. We think that we haven't seen amongst anyone doing anything, whatever platform that you put your book on. And so
Yep. I want to do
really
everything that
excited
I
about
do.
that.
I want to do what someone else is not doing. I mean, that's like the epitome. It's like, I don't want to do what everyone else is doing. I just want to do my own thing and do it differently.
Yeah.
So that's
well,
what we're
aside
doing
from the
with most
first
things.
two. The first two we do want to do what people do when we get it, like
we want to improve
give it a higher
the book.
quality,
Yes.
improve the book.
Yeah, higher quality paper, all that sort of stuff. Those are our first two stretch goals.
What exactly is an adjustable paper puppet bookmark?
Wait,
Say that 3 times,
Can you
Drew.
say that? Yeah, can you say that again, Drew?
What exactly is an adjustable paper puppet bookmark?
Paper puppet bookmark. Okay, so that means that it's a bookmark first. We know that, but it also doubles as a puppet.
Yes.
Right now, naturally, a bookmark is going to
Yes.
be made out of paper. How is it adjustable?
Because you can fold it into a character.
So here, exactly.
Boom,
See,
Sam.
see, it's
Nice one, Simon.
It's custom cut and got score marks on it, so I can fold over and hug your paper books in any place and stuff like that.
Nice.
Okay.
Very cool.
I see. We like that. Yes.
Now,
we all like swag.
The Skits craft mask to wear. Now, is that going to be like one of those little, just poke the holes out, you know what I mean, and then put it on your face? Or is there going to be like, some
Mardi Gras action?
Or do we have to like dip shit in flour and like put it on there? You know what I mean, to make it work?
No. It's one of those where it comes. It's printed on paper. You cut it out and you use it as a mask. That sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Burger King style. I got you. Okay.
So no like origami.
Exactly.
There you go.
Paper mache involved.
Right.
We made it easy. And remember now, these are things that we can easily place in the book, so it won't cost additional shipping or it won't weigh it down. So we're already thinking outside of the box for these. So
you guys should have a paper mache Skits mask cosplay contest.
That's in the works.
I would be surprised. Well, you know, if you go on Shay Zombie's stream, she always dresses up as like a character from people's comics. So
We did yesterday. She did. She
Oh, you
dressed up as
did?
Hattie Mae.
Is
Yes.
Yes.
tell
she
me,
did.
Karshina, tell me she's not the shit.
Yes.
She's awesome.
She dressed up as, and what was so bad was that I was going to dress up as Josephine.
Yeah.
He was going to be Skits, and she was going to be Hattie Mae. But because we had some technical difficulties,
Well,
we
there
couldn't,
wasn't
but-
technical difficulties.
Well, it
we
was
had
the
a
power
big
out.
storm, and the power was out. Power poles were down, the whole 9 yards. So
That's
we had.
technical.
Yeah, well, I mean, yes, it's technical, but
It doesn't
I mean,
get much more technical than that. Technically
I
speaking.
I did want people to actually think like, oh, their camera stopped working on their laptop. No, it's actually the power poles were down, all that type of stuff. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Damn. Where do you folks live? You live in tornado country?
No, it was just a storm.
Just a storm
Just
that
a
passed
storm.
by.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like the
'Cause I have like friends in Texas, and they're just like, oh yeah, it'll be like an average afternoon, and like blinding sheets of rain and twisters and shit.
That's pretty much
And then it'll be like
nice.
clear skies.
But nah, just a storm. Everything was just flying. Cows were passing by the door.
Yeah.
That's just everyday thing.
No biggie.
But that's fantastic. Where are you folks at right now in terms of your campaign and reaching your goal?
We've already unlocked the first one, so we're just over 8,000
Yeah,
right
we're
now.
just over 8,000. We just rolled the
Badass.
dice and did $500 goal. We were like, let's just roll with it, see what happens.
Holy shit! And that's in
We've
7
only been
days.
out
That's a
for
week.
The first week.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's like 5 days, ain't it? 6 days?
Seven. No,
Is it
Thursday.
seven?
Thursday.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Thursday to Thursday. I don't even know what day it is,
I love our next stretch goal, which we really hope that people will like that too. The one at the 20K is a thermometrope, which is.
Did you say that right?
Yeah, a thermometrope.
Yeah, thaumatrope.
Yeah.
A thaumatrope. Okay. Now, does that have anything to do with thaumaturgy, like healing,
No.
like the laying on of
no.
hands? Okay. All right.
No.
If you remember watching Sleepy Hollow or any of those movies, like it's the thing that you twist and it have the bird inside the cage or the cage, for that. That's a thaumatrope. It's an optical
Yeah.
illusion.
Yeah, there's an image. Yeah. So there's an image on.
Cool.
Oh, so
Exactly,
it's like
yeah.
it's oh
It's
god,
an old
yeah, I know.
rotating images that you can spin, and they used to usually it's like one of those 2P there, those spinners.
Right,
So you spin it, and
Yep.
you could have an animation and put a light through it, and it would put on
Right.
the wall.
Right.
If you've seen
Oh,
Sleepy Hollow
God.
movie,
Sim
there
is
was-
on fire.
Yeah, he most
Sleepy Hollow-
certainly is. I know exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's
The
one of those
Sleepy
things.
Hollow
Like, I know what
movie
you were
was-
talking
yeah,
about, but
yeah,
I didn't know it was called that. That's fantastic. So you're gonna actually manufacture these, or are you gonna like print them
Oh
so that people?
they're
can...
easy to make.
Oh really? Oh, that's so
No,
cool.
no. Yeah, it'll come already made. All you got to do is just have fun with it. You can spin it yourself and see the two different images become one image. So
Yeah.
Wow.
See,
Oh,
we're
man.
crazy fun.
Next level fun. Next level fun for sure.
Yes.
Damn.
So you're gonna put Skits in a cage like a bird?
That's so cool.
yeah, we might do something like that.
Maybe. And again, like I said before, all these things could be just placed in the package, not
Yep.
that much. And like we said, if the book is for everyone can play with that. I mean, kids will love it. People of older age, whatever, these are fun things that people can actually enjoy,
Yep.
That's so cool.
Oh, sweet. So you also have cover A for $25, cover B for $25, cover C for $25. And then you have the Asylum sign-in. What is that?
Yes. You signing in your time in the asylum, crazy kids.
So what we got here is a lot of people, they do these drawings inside the books, so when you get it, you have a nice drawing, but it's inside the book. So what I did is I just said, okay, well, I'm going to get a nice piece of 100% cotton, acid-free paper, do a nice drawing on it like you see right there, and I'm just going to put it inside the book, and then you can take it out or you can leave it in. You know, now you can hang it up if you want to, frame it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sweet.
Very, very cool.
So it's a sketch, kind of like a pinup, though, at the same time. So, and then we have the Skits
Exactly.
Dream Jump. What is the Dream Jump?
Okay, so this right here is a page of sequential art, which will either be pencils only, or it might have inks on it, or it might have paint on it. Who knows what you'll end up getting? But it's 11 by 17, standard comic book page, and you also get a book with it for $300.
Excellent.
Nice.
And then the Reality Blur.
So this is where you can become a character in the book. We'll draw you in however you want. If you want to get blowed up, you can get blowed up. If you want to just be a bum hanging out on a corner, if you just want to be a bum on the corner, you can be a bum on the corner. We'll work it out for you.
This could be you.
That's right.
I personally, rather than being a bum on the corner, I'd much rather be blowed
Yes.
up, blowed up good, real good.
Exactly. This could be you. Or if
That's
you think
awesome.
that you want to be a tree, you know, if Skits passes by a forest in one of the storylines, possibly, you can be the face of the tree.
Wang-
Everyone's seen Lord of the Rings. Y'all know.
Wanger wanted to be a building. I said I can make that
Can
happen.
make it happen.
How about a pair of shoes that just follows Skits around forever?
Remember,
That
Boot
would
is a
be-
character.
I know, that would be cool.
Sure.
That'd be cool.
Boot
Oh,
is a
man.
character. We already explained that. So is Chair. So
I mean, that's something you're going to want to advertise,
He-
that, like, Wanger is a building in this comic. That's going to make the CG community go.
there you go.
absolutely.
Fizzgitty wanted to be. Fizzgitty says, "Can I still be a werewolf?" We're like, absolutely.
You can be whatever you want.
Oh, is Piper in the chat? What up, Piper? What up, everybody in the chat?
I think that was the other day.
Back this book,
And Drew,
by
if
the
you
way.
want to be a
Looks
cat,
awesome.
I got enough cats in my life. It's just saying.
Drew says no moss with the kitties.
I keep telling him you need to take a pic holding a fucking crossbow so we can Photoshop those cats so we can promote his book, The Great Cat Man.
Yeah.
I back my book
I'm
or
a
I shoot you with my cat.
I shoot
You're
you
a
with my
genius,
cat.
Sam. And you got lots of ammunition, too.
Yeah.
My
You ain't
wife
running
is
out
gonna
anytime
go,
soon.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I got way too many, more than my share.
Lots of kitty. Lots of kitty.
Yeah, way too many.
Yep.
What up,
I got-
old guy
I got-
Centurion?
And speaking of, I got one sleeping
Oh,
right there
Pepper
behind my computer.
Potts. Yeah, she got a special spot.
Whoa.
Hello,
Oh.
Pepper Potts.
Oh, now that she knows that I've talked about her, she's like looking at me.
Yeah.
She opened her eyes. She's like, one eye is like sitting behind the computer, and then the other one is open and looking at me right now, all creepy like.
Aw. She's just keeping an eye on you, that's all.
cats are creepy. What?
Well, he has 17 of them. That would make him like an authority, I would think.
I don't have 17.
He doesn't have, not literally.
Not literally. Not quite that many.
Whoa.
No.
Now we
That
got
means you
the
have
set
16.
sale. What's the set sale one?
Okay, so Set Sail is actually a 2-page spread from the book, hand-drawn, painted, inked, whatever ends up on it. But the thing is here is a lot of artists like to put their 2-page spreads on 2 pieces 11 by 17, and it's taped up the middle. You know, I'm a fine artist by trade, man. I want mine on a nice piece of paper, so we got it on 100% rag, 100 acid-free paper that's 20 by 30 inches. I mean, how cool is that? 20 by 30 inches, double-page spread from the book, specifically just for you. Plus, you get the 3-book journey.
And I'll sing Enya for you. Sail away, sail away, sail away. Oh.
Lovely.
So you get a book. You get an extra special drawing. You get a 3-set book and a serenade.
Exactly.
There you go.
And there's also the add-on feature that we absolutely adore. You can add on the extra 2 books as well.
That's on the other tiers, though. This one comes with the 3 books. The other,
Oh, yes.
she's talking about like the sketch you get the sketch or the sequential art one or the splash page. If you want in the back end, you can add the other 2 books and turn it into a 3-book journey for just an extra $50, no added shipping or anything.
Exactly.
Awesome. And then there's the Skits straight jacket strap. No one's claimed this one yet.
There you go.
Nope. So this right here, we only got 5 of them. 5 straight jackets. One of them can be you. So you get a real live straight jacket, just like Skits. It's none of that junk that you get at the costume store or anything. This is a real, honest to goodness straight jacket, and you can get it in any of the 4 sizes: small, medium, large, extra large. And it comes, and it's got a tag on it, nice big 8-inch tag that's hand drawn and signed 1 out of 5 by me. Also, you get a page of sequential art. Also, you get the 3-book journey. All of that stuff. How cool is that?
And you get to hug yourself all the time.
Are the straight jackets pre-worn by some psycho killers or anything? Some like dead mass murderers?
Are there going to be any blood
sure.
stains? Blood stains or like saliva from when they're like frothing at the mouth?
No. Skid's gonna wear them for a day each before.
That's when that's when you get the jacket. So you do what you want to do with the jacket.
Get some of that musk on it so people know that it's you.
Yes. I'm with Simon.
There you go.
But how cool is that to have 1 of 5 straight jackets, you know?
That is awesome. Where did you get them? Is there like a straight jacket factory? I mean, you don't have to dox the manufacturer.
We just know people.
He's just asking.
You just know peeps.
Brian's just asking for.
We just know people.
Seriously,
people.
Simon, there aren't people in your life that you wouldn't like to like tie up in a straight jacket and just have sitting on your couch, just like helpless. You know?
Okay,
in my comics, is there anybody that's tied up?
Leave your kinky sex stuff at home, Brian. Leave your kinky sex stuff at home.
All right, okay. God, he always lectures me about this. Fine, we keep it PG.
Let's not get into those conversations. We're talking about a nice book here.
Yeah, you're trying to derail the conversation into your like kinky sex stuff, man.
It's a compulsion, man. What do you want me to say? But this
sail away.
Sail away.
So
this
Brian,
is
you want to buy the $1,000 tier?
I do.
No, you do.
I do. And with a piece of original art,
you can hug yourself all day.
Sounds good to me. Sounds very comforting. The art in this is spectacular.
I mean, if you're hugging yourself all day, that could be because you're not able to stop hugging yourself. Like once you get in, you may not be able to get out.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of that scene in one of like the Cheech and Chong movies where like Cheech is.
Oh man, that's the funniest scene ever! Hey! Hey! My balls, bitch!
Somebody scratch my balls! Sorry, that's a Cheech and Chong reference, folks.
Nice Dreams. That's from Nice Dreams. That's a great scene. If you have never seen Nice Dreams,
Paul Rubens is in that too.
Yes, Paul Rubens is in that one. Yes, as the Hamburger Man.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry. Yeah.
Hey, Drew, you want to check out that video we got?
Yeah, let's do that. Which one? The first one here?
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, there you go.
Impressive.
Sorry, guys. I was not laughing at the video. It's Magua that cracked me up. He just said, straight jacket, quaaludes, chloroform. Sounds like
Sounds
a
like
party.
a party. You forgot the ether
He's
and
our
the
first
LSD.
jacket sale. Nice.
Yeah, get it.
Thanks, Margaret.
Party! Hail Mogwai Centaurian.
Right. Yeah, this book looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. You know, I still have like a million questions that I know if I start asking them, they'll never get answered. But you know,
Good, you're learning.
I'm seeing a lot of watercolors in the. I'm seeing a lot of watercolors in the art. Am I? I think.
Nope, no watercolor.
How did you get that look?
Oh, just my tricky ways of doing things. You know, I am a trained illustrator, so I got all sorts of techniques to use.
Optical illusions.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fascinated by this stuff because I'm a writer, and whenever I get, work from the artists that I work with, I'm always just kind of like amazed. So to me, it's like alchemy because I can't draw like a straight line with a ruler. Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
We're gonna
We
have to- we're
appreciate
gonna have
that.
to-
Thanks,
man.
Brian, so much.
You
we're
got
gonna have
it.
to mail. We're gonna have to mail Brian a ruler and really test this whole "I can't draw a straight line with a ruler" thing.
Oh man,
we're,
my stick.
we're gonna have to have Sim teach him how to use a ruler to draw a straight line.
Dude, I walked around with a copy of John Buscema's How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way for like 4 years when I was a kid, and I was just like, I could do a mean stick figure. That's about it.
Yeah, but you're not gonna learn how to draw from that book. That's to teach you that's to teach you techniques to develop after you started learning to draw.
Right. Right. You have to learn like the basics.
Yeah, you practice, you learn the basic. Then after that, you go, well, I want to go check what comic Marvel would do, and then you check other creators. Another one that I like was Auburn. Was that a good one because he had a lot of this foreshortening type of a dynamic posing and shit like that.
Yeah.
And all this idea was trying to help you to think about the posing without needing a picture, right? Okay,
Right.
He's not a great storyteller, and he's not one of those great illustrator. But dude, for sketching movement and stuff, he is one of the greatest. He was great at it.
Who
like
is
out
this?
of his mind. Huh? Bern Hogard, something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, there is one element
Hogarth.
that
Hogarth, thank you.
knowing how to draw is not enough. Knowing what it takes to draw is not enough. You actually have to practice a lot.
People are like, how do I get those images? I'm like, because I see the scene in my head it's a movie. Like I see the actual scene in my head. I can actually turn like a 3D camera around it. Like,
And where do
angle I want? Yeah.
Where do you take the snapshot? Because that's what we're doing. We're telling stories in snapshots.
Yeah. So
That's
it's all by money.
money.
It's what we call it.
Cinematography. Yep.
In movie, we call the money shots. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. I have other money shots, but
Kissing. She's got a million of them, folks. Is this thing on? Man, the art of this
well, I
is really
do have a
just
production company,
gorgeous.
so I have money shots.
yeah. In horror, the money shot is usually the
the gore
horror,
effect, the splinter going into the eye, the axe going into the head.
It's those money shot is high attention, catchy moment. Would also cost a lot of the money for the production of it, and you have those key moments in the movie that you highlight also. Then after that, you develop in between. It's one of the good ways to manage your budget.
Yeah. Basically, in every industry, it does mean one thing the same, and that is it is the shot that is supposed to make you the money.
Yep.
So,
The one that people will not forget. That if they see it's like the cover in a comic is like the money shot. That's what gets them to pick it up. Now they open it. That's how you keep them.
But you have to have nice looking art, otherwise they're going to go, ew, and it's going to go back on the rack. But man, it's just beautiful.
Unless you're selling a niche book, then they'll buy it for the niche.
Absolutely. Or if it's like a tie-in or something. I mean, I couldn't say no to like Star Trek versus Planet of the Apes. Kirk versus like Charlton Heston. That was the
That's
bomb.
awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. So, is there something else that we're missing about this that you want to tell us?
No, I think you got everything, man. We're just excited to have it out here finally. I mean, it has been a huge buildup. We've been doing this for months, like 6, 7, 8 months or something like that.
I know.
It's finally here. Just go over to Indiegogo, check out the campaign, check out the videos, check out the artwork. Go get you a 3-book tier. I mean, that's exactly what you need. It's all 3 of the variant stories, and it's wrapped, signed, and numbered. I mean, it is awesome. That's really the place you want to be right there, so you can get everything that has to do with Skits. Everything.
Yes, and we thank everyone so far for the support, the love, everyone's platform. We really are really excited. We're so happy. Yay!
It's been great watching you two making the rounds and all the shows and everything. This is such a wonderful community, and man, this is just another wonderful looking book. There's just so much talent in CG. It's not even funny. It's exciting, you know. I'm getting hurt in my bank account because of all these books. I really am.
Yeah, don't hurt me.
It's cool that we get to like harass Karshina's other half because we usually just have her to ourselves.
I know. I know.
Yes,
I was going to say, Karshina, could you introduce me to your significant other?
It's the other way around.
this is Kate.
Skits
This
first.
is Michael. Brian. Brian's
up,
the horror meister.
What's up, Michael? Nice to meet you, man.
It's likewise, man. It's awesome, man. You share our stuff all the time. We really appreciate it, man. All of y'all do. I mean, we really do appreciate it. Y'all are all great. I mean, we couldn't be doing this without y'all and everyone else out there. So just thank you.
Yeah, we really thank everyone for having a great, successful first week. We're excited. We want to continue it. So please pick up Skits the Sun Book 1. Check out Michael's series in the AM or whenever he does it. Just make sure that you're on our channel to get a notification.
Skits comic on YouTube.
You know, YouTube is kind of crazy with the notifications, but if we put something out somewhere, because he's been giving out some info that Drew wants so badly on those shows. So go check it out again. We did one. As well as just check out all the rest of the stuff that we put up. He put up one of the city roughs up today. So yeah, it's 20 pages already in. So a third of the book already completed and ready to go. So we're chugging along.
I'm going to have to wander over there and check those out. The morning shows are always hard for me to keep up with because that's like my most productive hours. You know what I mean? When I wake up and my brain is fresh, that's when I'm the most creative, the most productive. And like I try to get, like, if I have to do like a lot of programming work, I try to like get it done there while my brain is still fresh before my eyes are tired. You know, if I feel inspired to write, if I want to get some writing done, that's when I do it. You know, because
Absolutely.
I can still write in the evening, you know what I mean? If my eyes don't hurt, that's the thing. It's like programming. I'm looking at small code, and then by the end of the day, like if I do that too much, my eyes are done, and then I can't even focus on the TV. You know what I mean? So it's, but
yeah, absolutely. Watch that replay.
Yeah, so everybody,
watch that replay.
It's Skits Comic on YouTube. Go there and subscribe. In fact, I don't know why I'm not just putting it in the see here. There we go. I can bring it right up. I mean, I have it right here in front of me. I don't know why I'm not just making it easy for everyone.
You're just, Drew, you're just sleep deprived like I am. That's all.
This is true. I have not had like more than 3 hours of sleep in a row for months. Probably since October, since I launched my first books campaign. I haven't slept 3 hours back to back. Yeah.
Which congratulations to everyone on this panel. So that's where we want to be. We want to be as successful as everyone on this panel has been. So we're excited, whether we're in space, whether we got some guerrilla action or we got
Look,
it's like whatever,
That
you,
leads
you,
to- that
you
leads to the
might
next
just
question. My next question is: do you guys have plans or anything in the works for some crossovers?
I don't know. This
No,
doesn't
plans.
this doesn't seem like a crossover friendly book to me.
That's
But
why I
then
asked.
again, then again, you never know. You've seen some pretty bizarre ones in the past.
Well, I mean,
we
he's having dreams. He could dream anything in there. He could dream any
That's
character from
true.
any book, any comic land. If it's a dream world, you know what I mean. The dream can bring anybody.
Right.
He could have
Drew,
cyberpunk.
you and those hard questions, Drew. Drew, you and
Well, he
those
can't
hard
make it look
questions.
like he's going easy on you. You know, he's got to put the screws to you a little bit.
Little Albert Einstein in there.
Right.
Yeah, a little
Right,
Stephen
right.
Hawkins, a little dinner with Stephen Hawkins and Albert Einstein. You know,
Why not?
Yep.
Albert Einstein feeding Stephen Hawkins.
Such a cool looking book, and you know what? I got a feeling you might just blow us away. This might be a 20K book, 30K book. You never know. It doesn't look like anything else
So
that's
you
out
want-
there.
So did you read we didn't go over the rest of the two
Oh,
stretch
please.
goals. So no.
Well, please.
If you're putting that out there, thank you. That means I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to do it.
Just go over and look at it. You don't have not here. Just let other people go look at it. I mean, she's in trouble if we get that high.
Yeah,
At
I'm in
30K,
trouble.
Ye shall go forth and conquer.
at 30K, Karshina will take the one chip challenge. We will live broadcast on our Skits YouTube channel and watch her take the Carolina Reaper chip challenge by Packy Chips. What is the one chip challenge? Oh, it's like we can only eat one chip, right? You got to hold
It
the
comes
thing
in a
and down it.
coffin box.
Oh no! It's one of
Exactly. It only comes in a coffin box.
Oh, dude. Yeah,
Yes.
there are some people.
And per the rules, those are the rules below.
Oh God. So
Is
it's
it
like this
roast
super
spicy?
hot.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, they have entire conventions for like hot sauces. I mean, look, I like spicy food myself. I don't get like the death sauce thing, but some people are with it, and you might just survive.
Okay, so how long
No,
do you have to
thanks.
go with the challenge? It says here, let's see how long you can last without reaching for milk or ice cream. What's the challenge like actually be like? Do you have like you have to do it for at least 30 seconds to do it for at least 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
It just literally says, see how long you can go. So however long that is however long that is, because it is the world's hottest pepper, the Carolina Reaper. It's the world's, on the Scoville scale, it is the world's hottest pepper.
Oh my.
So I've already got it. I'm just waiting to get to that stretch goal.
I want one.
So you see it, but
I want
Oh
one.
man.
Where do you get them?
I want one.
So is it
Actually, I want two.
At the website at Pocky Chips, but they've sold out.
Oh wow. So are you just assuming that your backers are sadistic and want to like watch you suffer?
Of course they do.
Okay.
There's many like the hot wings. There's that. There's the hot sauce.
Oh, I love that.
They have
I
all
love
those
that.
shows. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that show.
I was tempted to make some kind of crazy one also, but if I did, it would have to be like extreme. Like I was trying to think, like, what would be the craziest thing I could do? Like if I could get like the Captain Love book to 100K, you know what I mean, on like a single campaign, 100K. What would be like the craziest thing I could do? And I was like, okay, well, I could cut my ponytail off. You know what I mean? Like that would be like worth 100K, maybe.
100K.
Piper did it. She shaved her head.
Yeah, she did. Hell,
Me
Piper.
and my bro, we wanted to get those Reaper peppers, but the chip sounds really fucking cool.
So it's not
It's like a
like,
Dorito or
It
something.
comes in a coffin box.
and it's literally
I
one.
know.
It's literally one chip, or is there like a bunch of little chips in there? Oh my God! It is one chip.
Just one.
Just one chip challenge. That's all it is.
Oh man, something tells me a little bit of that
It's
goes
the
a long
one
way.
chip challenge.
Damn.
It'd be crazy. Like you buy.
I mean,
the,
if you
the
look
coffin
inside
box.
the coffin box, if
Yeah.
you
Oh wow. Yeah, it's very metal.
Yep.
I mean, it literally has a gravestone at the end. It has a gravestone at the end. So I mean,
So this is like a habanero, like times like 100, presumably.
It's the worst freaking pepper. Like, hold on, what's the count? What's the count?
The what? I thought. Well, I can't imagine anything hotter than a habanero, but then again, I'm not an expert.
The Scoville scale, it's a 1 million.
no, the Carolina Reaper is.
They're saying the Scoville scale is 1,569,000, 3,000 on average. SHU.
Wow.
I'll send you some YouTube links, or you can just
It's one of
Google
the.
it, and you'll be
I'll
literally
check it out.
laughing your butt off. It's
Oh
fun.
God. Oh.
Here, you have a video here of what's the Good Mythical Morning. I don't remember those two guys. What's their name there? But they did it, and dude, the guy's crying. Not fucking kidding. I'm sending you the video.
Okay, I'll check it out.
There are two YouTubers there. You could probably watch it too. It's
And then,
funny
of course,
as hell.
at 50,000,
Watch the reaction.
I will.
No, we can show it right here. It's a YouTube. I doubt he's gonna.
and at
fucking...
50,000, Skits does something.
Hey, Preston, what's up, man?
Oh, Preston in the house?
Oh, Preston.
What's up, Preston? Good to see you, brother. Oh man, have you seen the sketch they did for that cover for Six Gun? Six Gun number 8?
Yeah.
Oh,
the somewhere in time influenced one. Yeah.
Oh, it looks so good. Can't believe that he's drawing my comic. And doing a painted cover. Oh, I'm psyched.
Okay, put down the lotion. Down the lotion.
Dude, I'm hands-free. Remember? I got the fleshlight taped underneath my desk.
You know, the video is gonna show you what she's getting into.
Oh, shit.
I send it to Drew.
Okay.
Why didn't you just share your screen?
You want me to share my screen? Because you can share audio of them screaming.
Okay. Watch, we're gonna get flagged now.
Oh, man.
I
wonder
doubt
if
it.
I wonder if this is as
Yeah,
bad.
don't do
it's
it.
Rhett-
Don't
it's
do
Rhett
it.
and
Don't
Link.
do
It's
it.
Rhett and
We're
Link.
done
These
with
guys-
Skits today.
I know these guys. Rhett and Link. That's cool.
That's what I'm saying. It's Red and Link. That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
just didn't remember their name right now.
They're also old school. They're old school YouTubers.
They're not gonna be.
Back in the day. Back in the old days.
Green 1 bar is unique. It can be used on the hands, body, and face. It cleanses
dead.
and moisturizes
Or
with
dead.
1/4 moisturizing cream, leaving your skin feeling comfortable
La la la
and
la
smooth.
la la
Dove
la
Men
la
Plus
la
Care
la
Cream
la
One.
la 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 la.
Today we eat the world's hottest pepper, the Carolina Reaper.
Let's do that.
I kind of would prefer if they dried it up and crumbled it and snorted it. That would be kind of
Lincoln
cool.
after Link.
Thanks for that. Leaf mechanisms,
Jump
the dairy
ahead.
products, right? Well,
Right there.
the people who help us make this show,
You passed it. You passed it.
who are not going to be eating these,
It'll be like
inevitably
wiping away every aura.
We
You
lost
do have at least
Karshina
one
and
child in
Michael.
Because it's
there.
not.
Yeah, he said
it's
that.
not- it's
Michael
not
Graves,
enough
North
that it-
Carolina. So, in exchange for naming your child after me and mailing us these,
if we do this, you should name your next kid after me.
oh, okay. Now I'm wearing a glove when I handle this thing because I'm going to inevitably be like wiping away every orifice that's going to leak with pain, and there's going to be blood coming out of my ears. I don't know what's going to happen.
Let's just put this into perspective, okay? This is, as Link said, approximately twice as hot. I mean, I am so anxious.
2
right
million
now.
Scoville units.
Like, I feel
There
like
you
I'm gonna
go.
vomit now, and I haven't even put it in my
Scoville,
mouth.
dude.
This thing looks like the heart of Satan himself. And okay, here's how we're gonna
it
do
kind
it
of
differently.
smells like death. I'm serious.
Last time when we ate the ghost pepper, we ate it and then we immediately went to the relief mechanisms, the dairy products, right? Well, the people who help us make this show, who are not going to be eating these peppers, have decided that we should wait 10 minutes without relief.
Okay, so what we're gonna do? Oh, gosh. what we were planning on doing, which I'm questioning, is put these in our mouths, bite it at the stem, got the whole thing in your mouth, chew, 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 swallow, swallow, swallow completely. When it goes into the mouth, the 10 minutes starts, and we are not going to. First of all, drinking water makes it worse, so that ain't gonna happen.
You can use water to help get it down if you're having trouble getting it down. That you can do that. That's part of pepper rules. If you need the water to help you get it down, you can do that. Like as opposed to throwing it back up or something.
One of these is bigger than the other one. One of us is bigger than the other. I don't know what's inside of these besides a torture chamber. Oh gosh, like I'm always shaking. I'm a little wired, but like today I am just. This could be it.
I hate everything right now.
I've got the timer here. Oh gosh.
I would cheat and just try to just swallow it whole.
I'm just.
There's got to give you the runs too.
No, it doesn't work.
Okay, doesn't work.
I need some sort of a countdown. Let's be like,
but
be
it,
your mythical best.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah! Punch me in the shoulder! Yeah! Yeah!
Punch yourself in the chest. Punch yourself in the face.
It hurt a little bit.
Be your mythical best.
Start this time. Oh goodness!
It doesn't take long.
You still chewing?
Oh.
I just swallowed. It started. The hiccups have started.
So that's what she's getting into to do that. To get to that point.
I thought I was the only one who got the hiccups from hot peppers.
No, dude, it's a reaction.
Take your glove off, stupid. Oh man, I've been here before, but never like this.
You're going down. You're going down.
Sun's going down, big guy. Sun's going down.
Oh.
I hiccup the seed.
Here's some water. Keep it down.
Water's gonna make it worse.
Yeah, but to keep it down.
Make it worse.
Oh.
Oh gosh, guys.
His face is straight up. Both of them are straight up red.
You have to wait 10 minutes, remember, before they get any relief.
I take like a Vicodin before this.
I can't do it. Every breath out is like time travel into a stupid place.
Dude, I ate it. And dude, it's bad.
Those minutes have got to be like dog years.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh, guys.
We've been told it peaks at 6 minutes.
So yeah, let's get Skits at 30K. Kid.
Yeah, you can watch Karshita suffer like this, folks.
Nothing came up. I wish something would have.
And at 50K, we don't know what Skits will do, but at least at 30,
we need the
this could be you.
No, we can do this. Stand up.
They just did 4 minutes.
Something else. Ah! Don't do that.
Yeah, he's using that strategy of causing pain somewhere else, so you don't feel it.
No, don't do that.
Don't leave me alone in this, man. Leave this alone. Be here for me.
Oh, stomach pain.
Oh, dude, don't.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
The force is with you.
Oh god, they're gonna have to run so bad after this.
If not during.
If not during.
Dude, that's just 10 minutes.
Oh God!
Before they get anything.
Hey, put your hat on. Represent, man. Represent.
Jesus.
You're late. Hey, listen, I'm gonna psych you up.
Making sure there's no blood coming out.
I'm gonna psych you up. You psych me up. Link! Your name is Link! You have a freaking hat that says your freaking name on it! You have a hat with your name on it. You can do anything you want. Reciprocate, man.
You can be anybody.
No, yeah.
He looked like he was catatonic for like a minute before.
I'm dying.
He's like, you can be anybody.
He didn't know where he was.
Like you're a wrestler. Like you're a pro
You know that's when it gets so that's spicy, dude. It's like a high.
like a pro wrestler.
Is there,
We're like a tag team. You tag me.
You're gonna hallucinate.
No, I tagged you.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I just tagged you.
Damn. That's
And
intense.
I told you you're awesome. Look at your hat.
You can be anybody.
Tell me I can do anything.
You can do anything.
What can I do?
You can travel. You can fly.
Where?
You can to a volcano.
And do what in the volcano? Turn it upside down into what?
You can swallow a volcano.
Into my mouth! I can take magma! It turns into lava!
You're not using too much, are you, hon?
Man. Karshina, don't do it. Don't do it.
You'll have to remind your family they can use less. Charmin Ultra Soft.
It's like
so you can use less.
Wish the best
Enjoy the go
for the
with
two of you on this project, and hope that you hit
And I
that
can swallow it!
Oh,
that
it's down
number.
here now.
But not
I'm not a
this.
chump! I'm not a chump! I'm not a freaking chump!
Don't break stuff, man. I feel like my right nipple is going to spout fire. My left nipple fine, right nipple fire.
Listen, let's just act like what we just did is something. You know what? We proved our manhood. We were boys.
You know what? 850.
That's a rite of passage right there.
We're a tribe.
It's one of the things that the Indians
A
just
tribe where
the natives.
no, we're not in the tribe yet.
Really?
Very
But
very
we were
spicy.
boys.
Then you go into the desert
like,
and then you
"Listen, I'm gonna give you guys these
hallucinate. It was
hats."
your rite of passage.
Yeah.
We're gonna give you these peppers.
Oh, right.
You're gonna eat them.
Huh?
You're gonna put these hats on, and after that, you'll be men.
They do that. They do that in Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are men.
Look at these hats.
Yeah, I already know ice cream.
We're men.
No, I mean, I know about the whole like vision thing, you know what I mean, and
Yeah,
going
you
out
got
into
10
the
seconds
desert,
to
but
get
I thought
ice
they
cream. Bring in
took
ice
like
cream.
just like peyote buttons.
Okay,
I didn't know
internet.
that they used like
Because I
hot
do need the ice cream.
peppers.
There you
I'm
go.
still a boy.
10 minutes. With only the use of enough water to keep it down.
I'll take. I would prefer the yellow. I mean, the white. I don't even know what it's called now.
You know what? I'm
like,
afraid of
what
putting
is that, ice
anything
cream?
in there that's going to make
Yeah.
everything come up.
I don't go eat it with my hand. Give me a spoon.
I've never seen that good.
So because you ate first, that means I win. I win. Right?
Good. Congratulations, buddy. You're on the tag team. I don't
Oh,
care.
gosh.
This is about me and you.
The struggle continues, but thanks for liking and commenting on this video.
You can. I'm going to try to do this. Okay.
Give the plug, man.
You can support the show. Budget. Checking out Linda. And Linda is not a woman. Well, maybe it was at one time. Lynda.com is a website where you can find thousands of online video tutorials.
Okay, learn all types of things: video, editing, motion graphics, photography, probably even eating peppers. I don't know for sure, but check it out. You get a free trial. Go to lynda.com/RhettandLink.
You know what time it is.
Hey guys, it's Andrew here, and it's very hot in Baxter, Tennessee, so I'm going to take some precaution measures. It's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
Make sure you check out our other YouTube channel. It's called Rhett and Link. We've got music videos and sketches and all kinds of amazing things. We've never gotten this close to injuring ourselves on that channel.
Love it. Let's make sure we check out Skits Comics.
Yeah, seriously. Karshina, I wish the best for you and Mike. I hope you make $29,000.
I hope you make 30. I hope you make $30,001 because I want to see that shit.
29,500.
I want to see that shit.
Brutal,
I don't
man.
want to have to deal with it, but heck, if she's gonna do it, I guess I'll have to wipe it up.
I already got the chip, so
This is where the straitjacket comes in.
Yes, she can't do anything.
Joe,
There
she's
you
lucky
go.
because the chip is going to be a bit less because it's technically, made out of it. It's not going to be the direct juice of it because that's what makes it really bad.
Right.
It's going to be something.
Right.
No. See, you're missing out on it. With the chip sticks to your teeth, and that is not what you want.
Also,
So
the
it's
chip
kind
is
of
covered-
gummy.
Yeah, the chip is probably covered also in like a dried pepper powder, which
Right.
Yep.
I mean, will get into your system even faster than the juice.
exactly.
Yep. If anything, the actual pepper might be even less brutal.
So just Google the one chip challenge, and you'll see all the videos,
Oh,
and
wow.
they're hilarious.
You're just
Oh,
making me want to
God.
see you do it more.
We got to get to 30K, guys. So go out there,
Yeah,
Skits
man.
Comic, go out there and get us Skits the Sun Book 1.
That's right.
Links are in the chat to all of the above Skits channel, to the book itself, or the books, because there's 3 of them. And we've been going for an hour and a half, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. But we want to say thanks very much to Michael and Karshina for coming and hanging out with us today and letting us hassle them and try and pry some information out of them about the book.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
It was awesome.
Congratulations, you two, on this auspicious launch, and may it soar higher and higher and reach even greater heights. Like I said,
Thanks so much.
29,000.
Thanks, bro. We appreciate that.
$38,001 minimum.
Oh, you see.
There you go, Sim. There
You
you go.
sadist Sim. Sim has no mercy. No mercy.
Yeah.
It's nothing mean. I want to see it. Come on.
We should go at least to the 50K point so that Michael has to suffer as well with something. But I mean, you see that Sim just goes right above the 30K. He just just 30K in one. You don't need any more money than that. I just need you guys to suffer.
No, I said minimum.
Oh,
they can't get away with the fact that, little adjustment, or we just made 30K. No. Past 30K. Like that, she has. That's why the $1 to make,
Hey, it works for me.
It's gonna be hilarious. Sorry, Christina, but that's gonna be so funny.
That's what I'm saying.
Have you ever eaten anything that hot in your whole life?
Something similar, but we're gonna see it live. So that's the whole purpose. Is to watch it live. You can watch it over and over and over again.
Oh God, that's difficult to retain your dignity when you're in agonizing pain. So you'll be paying for something very special, people.
For someone else's suffering. So.
Yes.
All right.
There you
So
go.
with that said, everybody, thank you for coming. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification. Don't miss us when we go live. Thank you so much. And back Skits Comics. Go subscribe to Skits Comics page. Definitely.
Rock and roll.
Thanks,
Nice.
guys.
Thank you.
Peace, love, and soul.